The UFC is the fastest growing sport in the world. While it still courts controversy, it is now a proper sport because it has video games made about it. You know, the same reason backyard wrestling is in the Olympics. UFC is intense, brutal, and exciting combat. Some say the purest combat sport in the world. It regularly fills some of the biggest venues, like the Staples Center in LA and Madison Square Garden in New York. Its top fighters are millionaires, and it brings in huge box office numbers. THQ used to make UFC games before they unfortunately had to shut up shop, but with EA now at the helm, the series has made some good strides forward. But what is it? What is this thing? It looks too crazy to be a thing, but it's a thing. This will get more specific than that, we promise. This is our beginner's guide to UFC. The UFC's struggle towards mainstream acceptance began in 1993. The first UFC saw combatants from different fight sports competing to see which one would come out on top. The winner was unexpected. It wasn't a muscle-bound kickboxer or an Olympic wrestler. It was Royce Gracie, a diminutive jiu-jitsu fighter who proceeded to take on everyone, roll them around on the floor, and make them submit. And that was just the start of everyone realizing that the Ultimate Fighter had to be a master of multiple martial arts to be successful. The fight styles employed in the UFC are numerous. Each has their own pros and cons. Some complement each other, and some new techniques and moves have even been invented as people have improved their skills across multiple disciplines. They range from boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, freestyle wrestling, and Muay Thai. These styles are global, taken from traditional martial arts across the world, from Brazil to Thailand. Mixed martial arts encompasses three key positions. First, standing. This is where you get your striking done. All fighters need to be proficient in striking, particularly boxing. It's the first line of defense and also the key to keeping a good distance between you and your opponent using short jabs. Kicks are harder to land but have devastating power, particularly kicks to the midsection, which will make your opponent drop their guard. Next is the clinch. This is one of the most technical aspects of the game. The clinch is a tug of war where you have to wrestle for position to be able to perform a takedown or hold your opponent to strike them. It's a difficult skill to master in UFC. The learning curve is steep, but if you put the time in, you'll be rewarded. Then we have the ground game. This is crucial to success in UFC. On the ground, it's all about getting dominant position. In the right position, you can leave your opponent helpless against a vicious flurry of punches or a submission. Submissions are difficult to lock in, but once in, it won't take long for your opponent to tap out. Employing fight styles in the right way, in the right moment, is the key to victory. If you fly in all guns blazing, you'll lose your energy and get flattened by pretty much any fighter in the game. Pick your spots, learn the techniques, and move in only when the time is right. Counter punches and takedowns will earn you lots of points and stop your opponent from getting momentum. If your opponent does take you down, either get up as quickly as possible or try and turn them over. If they start hammering your face, you won't last long. So, there you go. A handy beginner's guide to EA Sports UFC. Now go forth and try not to get your head kicked in. There's a life lesson in there too.